G'day guys, it's time to start adding some binary. So let's start with the very basics. So what I've done is I've just laid out a simple question. This is probably the simplest one you'd ever get in sort of a primary school format. So we've got our numbers in nice, neat little columns, and we're going to write our answer underneath the line over here. And so because we're working with binary, the only two numbers that we can possibly access are 0 and 1. Now the simplest addition, which is obviously 0 plus 0, is going to be an easy one, and 0 plus 1 is just as easy. So in this particular example, let's start with the least significant bit on the right hand side here. Let's add these two together before we move on to the next one. So if we go 0 plus 1, the answer is 1. Okay. Then we go 0 plus 0, the answer is 0. And then we go 0 plus 1, the answer is 1. And let's just put the 1 down here. And he's on our own. So that there is the answer. That's actually how you add binary together. It's pretty simple, isn't it? It gets a little bit harder. I've got a couple more examples below. Before we continue, if you don't trust my maths, we can do a quick little check. So if you know your values of binary, I'm going to write them at the top here above the columns. And we start with 1, then we go to 2, 4, and then 8. And what we can do is figure out what these are in decimal and check my answer. So if I go, this one is 8, up here, this one is 1 and 4, so that's 5. Okay, I can check my answer, so it's 1 and 4, that's 5, which is 13. And if we go 8 plus 5, that equals 13. So you can see it works perfectly fine. All right, let's go down to the second example for a second here. All right, this one's a little bit harder, so let's just get right into it. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Now here's the interesting thing. Obviously we can't write 2 down here. That doesn't make sense, okay? What 2 is in binary? So 2 in binary is 1, 0. Okay, so what we actually do is we drop the 0 and we carry the 1. Okay, just like you've always done, if you ever get to 10 in decimals, you always drop the unit and you carry the 10. So I'm going to drop the 0 and carry the 1 into the next column. And it's just like that. And if you ever get a value larger than 1, so such as 3, okay, you're going to do the same process. You drop the unit and you carry the 1. Okay, let's add these on. 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1. Okay, it's a not too bad an example. This is the only difficult part when we got to 2. Let's quickly have a look at the last one because he's a little bit harder. I've got 3 numbers I'm adding together now. Let's start with this column here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So with 3, remember, it equals 1, 1. So you drop the 1 and you carry the 1. Okay? And then you go 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0, which is 2. So you drop a 0 and you carry a 1. Now we're in a very sticky situation. We've got 4 1s in this column. The 4 in binary is 1, 0, 0. So what I do, and you probably don't have to do exactly like this if you figure out a better way, but this is what I do to keep things simple. I drop the 0, I carry this 0 to the next column, and then I carry this 1 over to the column after that. Okay, it's just like if we added up to 100, we'd have to carry the 0 for the 10 and then carry a 1 for the 100. What I mean by that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 gives us 4. So I drop the 0, carry the 0, which is a bit useless, but I do it just for, keeping it simple. And then I carry the 1 into the next column after that. And let's add this column. We've got 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1, which is 2. We drop a 0 and we carry a 1. And now we've got 4 1s again. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. We drop a 0, carry a 0, and then carry a 1 into the next column, which is invisible at the moment. Let's drop this 1 down here and this 1 over here. Okay, and that gives us the answer. And once again, you can double check these answers if you want to. You can go 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and I'll put the 64 over here because we're going to use it eventually. Okay, I'll delete this stuff. Yep. All right, let's go back to my brush. And we'll just add these up. So 1, 4, 8, so that's 5, 13, 32, which is 45. Plus 1 and 2 is 3, is 7, is 23. Then 1 and 4 is 5, is 13, 29. Okay? And then if you have a look down here, we've got 64 plus 32, which is obviously 96, 97. Now if we add these up together, we've got 5, 3, and 9. So there's a 7, carry a 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we go. The answer is correct. Okay, so that's adding binary, guys. In the next video, we're going to do subtracting, which is a little bit longer. Good luck.